I was halfway through a sip of water at our family dinner when my sister leaned in with a sweet smile and said, "Mom and Dad promised I could move into your house next month." The table went silent. My parents stared at me like it was already decided. I set the glass down slowly and replied, "That's awkward, because I sold the house last Friday." You could have heard a pin drop. The ambush. My sister, Clara, was the golden child. No job, no responsibilities, but somehow she always got a free pass. I was the one who carried the weight, mortgage, bills, late nights repairing leaks and wiring just to keep that house standing. It wasn't perfect, but it was mine. Yet that night, they treated me like a guest at my own table. Clara acted like she was entitled to my roof just because she wanted it. My parents backed her up with vague comments about family duty and helping your sister. But here's the thing. I had been planning my escape for months. They didn't know the papers were already signed. The new owners were moving in within days. The smear campaign. Of course, Clara didn't take it well. By morning, Facebook was full of her posts. My sister threw me out. She doesn't care about family, after everything I've done for her. People believed her. Even distant relatives texted me things like, "How could you abandon your own blood?" But what had Clara ever done for me? Not a single repair, not a single bill. While I kept the house alive, she curated Pinterest boards of how she'd redecorate once it was hers. The breaking point. The final straw came when my parents showed up with a manila envelope. Inside were loan documents, signed in my name. They tried to tie me into another financial mess, just to secure Clara a future. That was the day I stopped explaining and started proving. The reckoning. At the next family meeting, I brought my own folder, receipts, bank transfers, utility bills, every repair invoice for the last 3 years. I laid them out one by one. This is what I paid while Clara decorated mood boards. This is the debt I cleared while you told me I was selfish. This, I tapped the mortgage statement, is the reason I decided to sell. Not for revenge. For survival. The room was quiet except for Clara's dramatic sniffles. But the evidence was undeniable. Even my parents had no counterargument. The twist. Then came the part they weren't expecting. I pulled out one last paper. "A job listing," I said, sliding it toward Clara. "Entry level. Pays enough for rent. If you want a house, start here." Her face flushed crimson. For once, she had no comeback. My freedom. 2 weeks later, I moved into a small apartment. Not glamorous, but peaceful. No leaking pipes, no late-night demands, no guilt dripping through the walls. Clara tried her usual tricks, crying to relatives, pretending she was homeless. But eventually, even they stopped listening. Reality had caught up with her. And my parents? They still call, but the tone has changed. Less demanding, more cautious. They know now that I can say no, and mean it. The ending they never expected. The house is gone, but so is the weight on my shoulders. For the first time in years, I feel free. And every time I sip a glass of water, I remember that dinner. The moment I calmly told my entitled sister the 4 words that ended it all. I sold it already.